Dear friends, as you know, the government of Kerala has decided to introduce job roles and skill courses under National Skill Qualification Framework NSQF in vocational higher secondary schools of the state. As a part of that, actually we have introduced 48 different job roles which are considered to be very important in getting jobs for the new generation, the students of Kerala. Among those job roles, we are considering a very important job role called tour guide under the sector of tourism and hospitality today. See, as you know, actually all these job roles are to be taught and understood and under situations where these jobs happen. But unfortunately, as you know, in a school situation, we may not be in a position to take the students to all possible tourist locations so that they can understand the situation, the kind of professionalism required, the language to be used, etc., etc. Because of that, we have taken a decision that we will prepare a few videos which can be used very effectively in the classroom so that the teacher can use this material to effectively transact the job role tour guide. And this is the basic understanding under which we have developed these videos. And one thing is very important. You should understand that a tour guide is a very professional job role, a very professional one. And because of that reason, you should be professional, passionate and understanding the situations under which you are going to work after this course. One thing is sure, you will be taken around the world, not only in Kerala, not only in the country of India, you will be taken around the world once you become a professional tour guide. It's going to be a very important earning for you, a profession for you, which will be helping you to get a great experience in your life. Let us go one by one to the different videos.
Nature tourism.
Nature tourism, ecotourism and rural tourism. You know what is happening in the globe called Earth. Artificial situations created by a race called human beings has created a lot of difficulties in the globe, which is called Earth. The life of every organism is gradually moving on to difficulties because of that. And simultaneously, the man wants to go away from the artificial situations, the cities, the so-called facilities created by human beings, which make them more closer to what is called nature. And ecotourism and nature tourism focuses more on these type of people who want to go away from the artificially created situations into the natural habitats where they enjoy the greenery, where they enjoy the forest, where they enjoy the natural setup in different locations. And if the professional tour guide is in a situation to explain each of these locations and the peculiar nature of these situations, the particular importance of these locations, you can be a great opportunity, you can have a great opportunity in these locations to be a professional tour guide. I think nature tourism will be the next day's tourism. If you are a professional in this particular arena, you can earn like anything because people will rush to these locations very shortly because the world is moving towards a very difficult situation where the water level in sea is expected to go high, the temperature is go high, etc., etc.
Nature tourism means experiencing natural places, typically through outdoor activities that are sustainable in terms of their impact on the environment. Examples include bird watching, photography, stargazing, camping, hiking, trekking, fishing, etc. Tourists visit these natural attractions to enjoy the beauty of nature, explore different landscapes, escape the busy life, experience outdoor adventures in a natural environment and learn about the environment.
The first point is covered, it's nature based. Second one would be ecologically sustainable. So whenever we go to a tourism place, everything has to be developed, or the facilities for the tourists has to be created. So whatever you create in a destination, in a place that you visit, should be done in a sustainable way. Sustainable should be in the way of environmental sustainability, it should be socially sustainable also, and it should be economically sustainable also. So sustainable parameters has to be given importance. So that's the second thing that is being given importance as regards ecotourism is concerned. The third one is that education and interpretation has a great role as far as ecotourism is concerned. What exactly is education? It doesn't mean that whenever you go to a place, you're given a class or something like that. But knowingly or unknowingly, you get to learn many things from the place that you visit. It's not only enjoyment, but imbibing knowledge of that place. To get the knowledge of that place is something that is given more importance as regards ecotourism is concerned. So environment, education and interpretation is definitely going to be a major component of ecotourism. And the fourth and the last point that is the local benefits that has been given to the local community. So the place that we go, the nature-based place that we go, there are local people who are dependent on the resources that we have. So the tourism that is happening, or the visit that you are doing to that particular place, by your visit, a good number of benefit has to go to the local community. Then only they will be having a use of the tourism that is happening. So that's what the ecotourism definition in toto says.
Features of nature tourism: respects local culture, provides financial benefits and empowerment for local people, provides direct financial benefits for conservation, builds environmental awareness and minimizes impacts. Reasons for visiting natural attractions: to enjoy the beauty of nature, to explore different landscapes, to experience outdoor adventures in a natural setting, to learn about the environment. Ecotourism. Ecotourism is a form of tourism involving responsible travel to natural areas, conserving the environment, and improving the well-being of the local people. Ecotourism is a popular concept in travel and tourism and conservation. Ecotourism is defined by the International Ecotourism Society as responsible travel in natural areas that preserves the environment, supports the well-being of the local people, and involves interpretation and education. Preserving the environment and improving the well-being of the local population and educating tourists are some of the main objectives of ecotourism. The term ecotourism was originally coined by Mexican architect turned environmentalist Hector Ceballos Lascurain. He used the word to describe traveling to undisturbed areas in order to enjoy their natural beauty and culture. Ecotourism encourages visitors to a country to leave a small carbon footprint to the benefit of local communities and environments. It has become an increasingly popular option for many people. Common features of ecotourism. Some of the common features of ecotourism are respecting local cultures, creating environmental awareness, providing conservation funds, minimize the negative impacts of conventional tourism, promoting recycling, water conservation, and eliminate plastic consumption for local people. The basic principles of ecotourism. Avoid damage to the natural stage of the destination. Traveler education. Redirection of tourism revenue to conservation. Economic benefits to local communities. Why ecotourism matters? The fundamental of ecotourism is not only to travel to natural areas, but it implies several other factors. It emphasizes reduction of consumption of natural resources, maintaining diversity of nature and culture, uplifting local economies by bringing foreign exchange, involving local communities through tourism, creating jobs, reducing poverty by engaging local people, participating public for natural conservation, training local and other people who are engaged in ecotourism. 4 pillars of ecotourism. Successful ecotourism needs a way to educate tourists to raise their awareness of their environments. The most common way to do this is immersion with the locals. In this way, tourists get a glimpse of their culture and way of life. The 4 pillars of ecotourism are nature-based, nature education, local benefits, and sustainability. What are the benefits of ecotourism? Benefits to eco-community. Benefits to environment. Respects local culture. Provides financial benefits and empowerment for local people. Provides authentic tourism experience. Major ecotourism centers in India. Tenmala. Tenmala, one of the lesser explored destinations in India, is India's first ecotourism destination.
As regards ecotourism development is concerned, the term itself was coined in the late 90s, 95, 96 by an architect turned environmentalist called Hector Ceballos. He is a Mexican architect. But later on the same time itself, there was knowledge transformation to India, and then in India it was first. I should say that Kerala was the first state which took the initial initiative in developing ecotourism. And that lines, the first ecotourism destination. I can't say that it's the first ecotourism destination, but still India's first planned ecotourism destination. In quotes, that planned word has to be considered. So that is Tenmala. Tenmala ecotourism is considered to be India's first planned ecotourism destination. So when the government had a plan of developing the area in and around Tenmala as a tourism destination, the resource at Tenmala was so conducive enough to be developed as an ecotourism destination, because the declared Shandurni Wildlife Sanctuary, that is a wildlife sanctuary, is just close to Tenmala, just adjacent to Tenmala. So the environment was so suitable that Tenmala was chosen to be developed as India's first planned ecotourism destination by Kerala Tourism. And then the development process happened.
Chilka Lake, Odisha. The Chilka Lagoon is not only one of the mega biodiversity of Odisha, but also one of the hotspots of India. Sundarban National Park, West Bengal. The Sundarbans region has derived its name from the Sundari trees. It is nature's school for the ecotourist. Kasirenka National Park, Assam. Kasirenka National Park is an honored national park in the country. This dwindling zone of Assam has no scarcity of discrete flora and fauna. Ranthambore National Park, Rajasthan. Ranthambore National Park is a jewel for wildlife enthusiasts. You get a chance to explore the grand creatures in the barren and can explore ecotourism at its peak. Lahaul Spiti, Himachal Pradesh. One of the best places for ecotourism in India is Lahaul Spiti in Himachal Pradesh. Mawlyannong village, Meghalaya. Visiting Mawlyannong village promises to be an enriching experience in terms of ecotourism. Gavi, Kerala. Gavi offers its visitors activities like trekking, wildlife watching, outdoor camping in specially built tents, and night safaris. Famous eco-friendly destinations of the world are the Costa Rica rainforest, Grand Canyon, the Amazon rainforest, Brazil, Hawaii, Laos, India. Rural tourism. Any form of tourism that showcases the rural life, art, culture, and heritage at rural locations, thereby benefiting the local community economically and socially, as well as enabling interaction between the tourists and the locals for a more enriching tourism experience, can be termed as rural tourism. Motivational reasons may include relaxation, sport, culture, adventure, novelty, health, education. Benefits of rural tourism. Employment generation, boosts local businesses. Local community can use newly developed infrastructure and services. Cultural exchange, revitalization of traditions, customs, and crafts. Environmental protection and conservation. Rural tourism activities in India are staying in rural village houses, tents and huts, working in agricultural fields, local cuisine, use of eco-friendly transportation modes, bird and animal watching, nature walk, exhibiting local folk art, participating in fairs and festivals, celebrations, and playing rural games. Famous rural tourism spots in India: Kumbalangi, Kerala; Pipili village, Odisha; Puttur, Andhra Pradesh; Anagunde, Karnataka; Shyamgaon, Jorhat, Assam; the village of Aranmula. Tips for effective tourist guiding to these destinations. Tour guides should inform the tourists in advance. Carry back all non-degradable litter such as empty bottles, tins, plastic bags, etc. These must not litter the environment or be buried. They must be disposed in municipal dustbins only. Observe the sanctity of holy sites, temples, and local cultures. Cut noise pollution. Do not blare a loud radios, tape recorders, or other electronic entertainment equipments in nature resorts, sanctuaries, and wildlife parks. In case temporary toilets are set up near campsites, after defecation, cover with mud or sand. Make sure that the spot is at least 30 meters away from the water source. Respect people's privacy while taking photographs. Ask for prior permission before taking a photograph. Tour guide should do necessary preparations, that is, a thorough knowledge of customs and traditions of the particular rural destination, especially if you are venturing into foreign soil. Guides need to be aware of the mindset of the locals, which will enable you to enjoy a trouble-free trip. Rural people are generally conservative in nature, being far away from the light of modernization and may be averse to certain modern customs.
A naturalist or a guide in a forest area, or rather an ecotourism destination, what he does, he actually learns the local knowledge that he has. There are traditions, there are folklores, there are stories about the natural area of your locality. You need to just collect, or you need to just pull up all those stories and just or tie up like a chain, and then go on narrating it to the visitor, the inquisitive visitor that comes to that place, and give a feel like he enjoys the facts and the figures, and then it becomes a memorable story. Remember to learn the local knowledge, the local tradition, because that's where the local people or the people of the local place are strong enough, and then be an ambassador of your locality, and then narrate it to the visitor. He will definitely like. That's the experience all across the globe, and that's something more important. And there I conclude saying that guiding or interpretation or interpreting, rather you called, it can be a naturalist or even an interpretation, has got a very big role in ecotourism destinations, because the people who travel to ecotourism destinations are not like the people who travel to other destinations.
So it is the responsibility of a tour guide to give special attention to these issues while on a rural trip.